You're listening to the Book Your Dream Clients podcast, episode 65.
You're listening to the Book Your Dream Clients podcast, where we believe business can be simple and you can use your intuition to run towards your goal. Self-made business and success coach Lindsay Maloney helps you start and scale your dream coaching business. With her step-by-step intuitive and creative guidance, you'll leave ready to put her tips into action, push your business forward, and work with your dream clients. Lindsay is here to help you get unstuck and structure your brilliance into a coaching business that's sustainable and financially exhilarating. Here's your host, Lindsay Maloney.
Today's show is with my friend Julie, and we're chatting all about how female entrepreneurs can create an irresistible brand. Julie's mission is to help fearless female entrepreneurs who are in love with what they do achieve a level of success that goes above and beyond by creating irresistible, high-converting brands that let you connect with your dream clients using chic, stylish stock photos. Julie is a gifted photographer. She has an amazing gift for us, so be sure to listen to the whole episode to find out how you can snatch up 30 free stock photos, and just sit back, relax, and enjoy the episode. Julie, thank you so much for being on the Book Your Dream Clients podcast. I'm so excited for everyone to hear from you.
Thank you so much. It's such an honor to be with you today.
Julie, why don't you go ahead and introduce yourself and tell us all about what you do and who you serve?
Awesome. So my name is Julie Butler, and I've actually been a photographer for going on about 12 years now. And I didn't wake up one day thinking I'm going to become a photographer. It kind of just happened. I call myself a mommy with a camera. I just started taking pictures during travels. And actually, before I was a photographer, I was a travel agent. So that's kind of how I developed the wanting of all the photos. So but then I had my first son, and I started really, really enjoying photographing him and just capturing all of his little moments. And I kept self-teaching. So I kept getting better and better. And then one day, a friend said, "Wow, you're really good. You should really do this for other people." And I'm like, really? Okay. So that's how it kind of began for me. And then I just I had a little website. I just put up a blog website, and that's how I started. And then I got busier and busier, and I actually had a full-time job as well. And I dove into weddings shortly thereafter, and I fell in love with it. And I was able to quit my job about 9 years ago and focus only on photography. So over the last 10 years, I've done everything from newborn photography to wedding photography to family photography, portraits, you name it, I've done it. But my love remains with photographing families. And over the last year, I've discovered that I really, really love shooting details. So I got the idea probably about 6 months ago, or maybe a little bit more, that I thought that maybe I can serve on a bigger way and create these stock photographies. And I was I was seeing them everywhere, and I was like so in love with these stock photos of like keyboards and flowers with coffee cups, and I was trying to find a way how I could use them in my branding and all that good stuff. And because as a photographer, on my website, personally, as a photographer, I want to showcase my photography. So family photo sessions and all that good stuff. So I was like, how can I use these photos? And then I thought, why don't I be the creator of this and be able to share that with entrepreneurs? So that's kind of how it started. And today you have Stock by Jules, and that's how it was born.
Stock by Jules is just beautiful. And I see all of your photos. I see all the work you've been doing, and it's just been I've known Julie for over a year now. It's crazy. And
I
I've just
know.
seen your business evolve into this. And it's so fun to see the background of here's all the props. This is totally a photographer life because you have
Yeah.
so many things.
Yeah.
What I
Oh,
know
thank you.
there's so many stock photo businesses out there, and you definitely stand out. Like I can see a picture and I can, before I even see that you posted, I just kind of know that it's your style. And I think that's what all photographers want. So let's talk
Yes.
about first, let's talk about how the stock photographer can stand out, and then we'll talk about how the female entrepreneur can stand out with your stock photo. So let's talk about the stock photo
Yep.
business owner who wants to do all of, the keyboard and the flowers and the coffee, but how did you put your own twist on it?
Okay. It's funny you ask that because when I first started, I was like, you can't help but look at what's out there and try to not duplicate, but you see things that are so good and you want to not be the same, but you want to kind of
You're
be,
inspired.
yes, inspired. But then I was thinking, oh, am I going to be as good as that? But one day it just hit me. I'm like, I'm just going to be Julie. I'm just going to be Julie, and that's how I'm going to stand out. And I guess because the photographer in me, I'm also a personal brand photographer. So I have a gift at capturing the emotion and the essence of the people or the moments, or so I'm like, I'm just going to go with that. So I've been able to capture, if there are people in my images or not, I'm able to capture the moment. So I thought to myself, I'm just going to go with the more lifestyle approach. And I still, of course, like to do the lay flat keyboards and, laptops, but I just use my own creativity. And sometimes it's just a matter of having a vase of tulips on my table and be inspired by that and be like, oh, that would look good here, and I'll add this, and next thing you know, you've got a little mini photo shoot that's been created from my morning cup of coffee. But I definitely love the more lifestyle aspect of things, and I want to definitely offer and give a product that has a little something that is unique in terms of a difference. And I love being able to get those images for the female entrepreneurs, especially like over the last couple of weeks, I've been really busy shooting. It's summertime, so I want to take advantage of that. So we've been able to shoot sisterhood. So I have amazing friends, and I've been able to get together a group of women, and we've just kind of gotten together, and we were able to create some amazing female entrepreneur togetherness, sisterhood, supporting each other type photos. And this week we were able to capture some female entrepreneur, boss babe, like play hard, but also work hard, but also play hard at the lake, at the beach. So in keeping with my lifestyle approach, I'm able to capture a lot of those images that I know that myself I'm attracted to. So I love keeping that flair.
I think it's so interesting that you said, I'm just going to be Julie, and
Yeah.
you weren't like, I'm just going to be like this stock photo company and then see if, everybody likes me better. You're definitely you. And that's so important. And that's how you stand out. So let's talk to the female entrepreneur and the branding. Let's talk about what they're struggling with right now so we can relate to them. You can probably remember how it felt when you first started. What were the things you were struggling with when it came to branding your business?
A lot of times it's finding photos that try to put into words who you're about or what you're about. And I know myself, I've found myself looking for photos sometimes and not finding what I was really looking for specifically. But I love being able to create stock images that will find those female entrepreneurs and perhaps fill that need, the photos that they're looking for. And also, as entrepreneurs, we have to also make sure that we use photos that we're, allowed to allowed to use. So it's important to use photos that either have royalty free or, the rules of you're not being allowed to use photos that you just grab from Pinterest or things like that. So sometimes it can be challenging to find the photos that represent you or your brand, and I love being able to fill in that gap.
I remember, I probably spent hours trying to find the right images for my website. And I think when everyone is first starting their business or they want to make some changes, they are just digging forever trying to find the perfect photo.
Yeah. And I think it's the same for everyone. But being able to find a place where you can find these images is definitely key in helping you not only have a professional looking brand and, using these amazing stock images on your website or your freebies or any of that good stuff, but also and social media, but it also saves you time and it can save you money as well. Because when you find a source where you can find all of the images and perhaps the photographer behind the brand, for example, Stock by Jules, and being willing to create what you are looking for, which is what I strive to do right now, is create a product that my members want to see and my non-members too. Like, I want to create photos that, that people aren't finding. And in terms of saving money, it's very expensive to hire a photographer to get those branding photos for you, and you only get a certain amount. And I say this because I'm a personal brand photographer, so I know the cost of hiring a photographer to do a photo shoot specifically for you, for your brand, versus having a membership with a stock company, a business that you have thousands of photos, and also that the photographer behind the brand is willing to create what you're looking for that can fill those missing gaps.
It's so important because, like you said, not everyone has this photographer in their back pocket where they can reach out to and say, hey, let's do a branding session, or maybe they just don't have the funds to do it. Yeah. And like you said, you have to be really careful. You can't just go on Google and Pinterest and grab images and use them, because that's not legal. And also we want our business to be able to stand out. And so maybe you're looking around on Adobe stock and you're paying $10 for a photo. You don't need to do that. There's better ways to do it. Exactly. So why don't you tell us about what it's like to be a member of your stock photo membership?
So it's a new place, so we're still learning. But the main goal is to have everybody content, happy with the photos that they've seen so far. We keep adding photos on a monthly basis. Our goal is 100 plus photos a month. And we're super excited about that. Members and their ideas and suggestions are really important to us. And we also love hearing about their struggles. So, for example, if they need help in, resizing images or where to store them, on their computer, and so that they're ready to be used on their, freebies or websites or any kind of stuff like that, is super. It's fun for us because then we're able to create video tutorials for them. And also we have some really great ideas in store for them. We would love to start guest blog posts about our members, and we just really attentive to what they want, their needs and their want, and also most importantly, what kind of photos they're looking for.
Sounds like you're really hands-on. And I think that is also another way that you stand out. You're not just, subscribe to my stock photos and nobody can even talk to the photographer or learn from the photographer. I think that's really important.
Yes. And, I'm a people person, so that's very important to me, but also Lindsay, being a part of your community for the last year, your coaching program, and I've learned that how much I love that, how much it means so much to me that you're present with us. And so I've learned from that also. And I love being able to be that person for my members as well.
I love that. Thank you, Julie. Of course, I love you. I love your work. How can people find out how they can be a part of your membership so their brands can stand out too?
So the website is Stock by Jules, and the link will be in the podcast notes. But you can also they can grab 30 free images. All they have to do, the form is on the website, but also we'll attach a link directly to the 30 free photos. And on top of that, we send out monthly photos monthly. And so that's a good way to start, to see whether or not you like the photos and you're able to experiment with them, use them on your social media, on your website. I have a lot of my members and also a lot of people who enjoy the monthly photos have used them on their websites and on their marketing and content creation. And it's just really a great way to see if we're fit.
I think it must be really cool to go sifting through social media and then finding somebody using your images. I bet that's a really cool feeling.
It is really cool. But mostly we're just so happy that, they're able to use the photos in a way that it's just makes their brand stand out and also makes them happy.
Mm-hmm. Can you just kind of give us a little bit of a summary of what kind of photos you have in your membership right now so they can kind of get an idea before they click on it?
Absolutely. So the 30 free photos is a little glimpse of what's inside the membership, but also if you go on the website and click on the shop, you can see all of the photos that are included. So currently, because we're a new baby, we have some nutrition, we have some lay flat desktops, we have some keyboards, and we even have some good stuff for podcast images. We have some fresh florals, we have some arts, and we have and we'll be adding some more of a sisterhood feel, which is becoming in the next month. Actually, it is almost the end of the month. So over the next week, we'll be adding our next 100 photos. So, and we've kind of created the stock photos that are on the site currently. We're at about 400 photos now. And currently what we've created was based on feedback from our female entrepreneurs and what they wanted to see and what they wanted to use. So that's kind of where we started. And now we're just going to grow from there. So, yeah.
Again, another reason why you have a good business is because you ask and you listen. You don't just think you know what everyone wants and create it. You get feedback and you go with it, and then you're hands-on with the entire process. So you're doing amazing work, Julie.
Oh, thank you. And that's very important to us. Most importantly, it's about them.
It really is. It's their brand. It's their, that's what people look at. That's a lot of, for me, it's a big determinant of whether I'm going to move forward with somebody. If I can tell that their brand is very polished. And I know that might sound not aligned with some people, but for me, I really like to see people step it up with their branding. It doesn't mean that I want them to have a personal photographer and all of that. I just want to really connect. I connect with people on their branding. And I think a lot of us do.
And I do too. And that's where a lot of this came from.
Yeah. Branding, powerful branding can create really big connections with potential clients, students, For me, I always hear that people really love how I brand my workbooks because I pay attention to how I want them branded. And we can make really easy things on just a Word doc. But what about just stepping up your game and making even your freebies look beautiful, not just paid stuff. Make everything look beautiful because people always want more beauty, right?
Yes, absolutely.
All right, you guys, definitely go take advantage of Julie's 30 free stock photos. You can go to stockbyjules.com. We'll put all of her links in the show notes. Julie, thank you so much for being with us today. It was so great to have you.
You're so welcome. It was an honor, and I'm so grateful that I was able to be here with you today.
Start booking your dream clients? I created this workbook for you because I wanted to share my best tips on how I book mine. You're not going to believe how easy these are, and I know you'll be able to take my tips and put them into action ASAP so you can start working with your dream clients. To grab the workbook for free, all you have to do is go to lindsaymaloney.com/podcast. Hey coaches, are you a member of the Book Your Dream Clients community yet? Because you should be. Just go to dreamclientcommunity.com to request free access. We do fun things like website audits, challenges, and we even have a book club. Join the free Dream Client community now, and we'll see you there. Thank you so much for listening to the Book Your Dream Clients podcast. If you want to find out more information how you can work with me, just head on over to my website, lindsaymaloney.com. You will be able to see how you can work with me privately or in a group setting. I'm all about helping you start and scale your coaching business, so I'd love to hear from you. Don't forget to subscribe to the show on iTunes and leave a rating and review. And if you want bonus points, take a screenshot of a review and tag me on your Instagram story. I'd love to see it and share it with my audience. And plus, you don't want to miss another episode.